Let me ask you something. Honestly, have you ever noticed this? You start a semester motivated. You get organized. You tell yourself, asterisk this time for real. Asterisk. And then something shuts down. You procrastinate. You feel drained. You sabotage yourself. Not because you're lazy, not because you're not smart, but because something inside you turns off, right when you're about to move forward. For years, I thought it was lack of discipline. Spoiler, it wasn't. Stay with me, because what I'm about to explain might completely change how you see yourself. We were taught that if we don't progress, it's because we don't want it badly enough. We're not consistent, or we don't have hunger for success. But what if it's not motivation? What if it's an invisible loyalty you don't even know you're carrying? A loyalty to your family, your history, or even failure. Yes, failure. Not because you want it, but because unconsciously you feel you're not allowed to do better than them. I'll explain it simply. When you grow up seeing that, your parents struggled a lot. No one finished school. Money was always stressful. Or dreaming big felt dangerous. Your system learns something like this. If I succeed, I betray them. So your mind does something wild. It slows you down, not to fail, but to belong, not to lose, but to stay part of the tribe. This isn't a thought. It's a feeling. Here's a common example. You have an important exam. You know you could study, but suddenly, TikTok, Netflix, an unexplained exhaustion. And then you hate yourself. Why am I like this? But no one ever explained that maybe your body is saying, if I pass, who do I leave behind? Uncomfortable, but real. And here's the part no one tells you. Self-sabotage doesn't show up at the beginning. It shows up right before the breakthrough. See if any of these hit close to home. You get motivated, but you can't sustain it. You start projects, but don't finish them. You compare yourself to your family and shrink. You feel guilty when things go well. You think, I'm not like them, and that hurts. If you said ouch to any of these, you're not broken. You're being loyal without realizing it. First step, simple but powerful. Say this out loud or in your head. I can move forward without abandoning my family. This isn't a magical affirmation. It's emotional reprogramming. Your system needs to hear that belonging doesn't depend on staying small. Guilt says, if I grow, I hurt others. Responsibility says, I honor my family by living better. You're not here to repeat their pain. You're here to be the turning point. That's also love. Don't try to change your whole life tomorrow. Do something small. Study for 20 minutes. Send that email. Finish one task. Your nervous system trusts progress when it sees that moving forward doesn't destroy anything. Safety comes from evidence. And here's a truth almost no one says out loud. Sometimes you're not afraid of failing. You're afraid of succeeding because you don't know who you'd be after. If this video made you feel seen, don't judge yourself. Observe yourself with more compassion. Tonight, try this. Choose one small action. Do it without demanding perfection. And remind yourself, I'm not betraying anyone. I'm growing. If this helped you, save this video. Share it with someone who always says, I want to, but I can't. And subscribe. Here we talk about growing without breaking ourselves inside. Step by step.